The big takeaway from the Seahawks and Eagles game is how good DK Metcalf is. Darius Slay and DK Metcalf got into it early on in this game, and because of that, these two teams were really going after each other. It was chippy from the get-go, and Darius Slay tried to throw DK Metcalf off his game, but, it didn't matter because no one in the Eagles secondary had an answer for DK Metcalf. He dominated this game, and it's pretty clear that DK Metcalf is already the best wide receiver in the entire NFL. He's better than everybody else. He's just so dominant. He can physically impose his will on you. And I think when DK Metcalf was coming out of college, coming out of Ole Miss, a lot of people saw that picture of him with his shirt off and they said he's too big. He doesn't fit the mold. There's no way he's going to be able to run the route tree. Receivers like that don't work in the NFL. And, he kind of reminds me of what David Boston was. David Boston was excellent at Ohio State, had a pretty good career as a professional, but he wasn't great. But, the thing is, DK Metcalf is already better than David Boston was. He's going to have a better career than David Boston. There's no doubt about that. And, it's crazy because it's clear that humanity wanted to knock DK Metcalf for being too good of a prospect. And not only the public, but also a lot of these NFL teams. He falls all the way to the bottom of the second round and goes to Seattle. But DK Metcalf was everything that he advertised us. When you saw those pictures of him, you could tell he's putting in the work. And clearly that translates into the NFL because he had so many catches last night and there was just no stopping him. Nobody could cover him. And, it's amazing what he's become in just his second season. So some other things I want to talk about from that game. Chris Carson was exceptional. Seattle is a different team when Chris Carson is on the field. He can impose his will on these defenses and just tilt the odds in the Seahawks' favor by giving them an edge on the ground. We also had to talk about Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is so bad right now. And, a few times during that game, he would take off and run. And after he would pick up the first down, he would just get hammered. And, on one play, he got hit low, and I seen him go headfirst into the ground, and then his feet went over top of his head. And I'm sitting there like, man, quarterbacks are not supposed to be hit like that. And then you watch Russell Wilson, when he scrambles for a first down, he always gets down and slides and protects himself. It's getting to the point where it's clear the stage is too big for Carson Wentz. He looks like a North Dakota State quarterback from the Missouri Valley Football Conference over a Power 5 quarterback. And that's why you go with the Power 5 guy, because they play against better competition, which prepares them for the NFL. Carson Wentz, it's not working. I don't know. He's completely broken. Russell Wilson, the complete opposite, looked great in this game, did a great job of delivering the ball to his playmakers, so good at evading the pressure and letting the play develop by extending the play. So just a completely different type of play from each of these quarterbacks, and Russell Wilson was obviously way better. I'm John Kuzma. Check out EndZoneBlog.com.